Babe, I got the new Bauer Pit Twitch from Bauer. Let's go open it up. Oh, snap. Feel the future. Look at that. It looks a little bit kind of makeshift, though. But anyway. Oh, snap. Right. Right. I bought this for $450. Well, buy me a coffee on the Patreon. Support the channel. Hopefully one day they'll actually send me a stick. Until then, Patreon. Buy me a coffee. Link below. As you can see, I had to buy my own Bauer Twitch and make a fancy box, so I feel like I've been part of the Bauer family and feel in the future as well. But at the end of the day, of course, I did buy this stick, but that is what makes it objective, unlike everybody else out there with the Twitch. Now, with that being said, I am enjoying the Twitch, and I'm going to go over in the full review. We're going to try and keep this simple, and we're going to reintroduce the stick tier list. Stick around. All right, guys, after that intro of unboxing the Bauer Twitch, we're here, we're going to test it, and we're going to build the new stick tier list 2.0, starting with the Bauer Twitch, putting all the new sticks in. We're retiring the old one. They're all old news. Let's start it. Let's hit it up. Look at those graphics. Does that ever justify the $450,000? Everybody likes to start with graphics. I don't know why. At the end of the day, the Twitch in shooting has regressed a little bit from the Proto and the Agent, but it has improved in other areas, which makes it, I think, a better stick than the previous two in the jack of all trades sense. It reminds me a little bit with the taper. The OG LX Pro plays pretty similar, but lacks the crispness that had. Crispness, not Christmas. It's pretty close though. And I think that's kind of the difference in shooting from the same kind of taper where you have a longer taper and kind of mid-low, the Twitch taper. Now, in terms of shooting, I rate this as a 3.5 out of 5. And the reason is it's not quite as powerful as the Agent and Proto were, but it still has that nice release and ease of shooting with the new taper. It just doesn't quite have the full power. On that slapper and a few of those little quick release shots, yes, I got them away, but when you kind of rewatch them and I remember how they kind of went, the overall power wasn't that great. And I think that just comes with having the low kick version of the innovative stick line from Bauer. So 3.5, you're not going to dominate in terms of overall shooting from long range with this stick, but you will dominate with short range shooting because the release is so quick and you still get that nice quick power. It's just not quite there in terms of the top echelon of shooting sticks, like say the Jet Speed line from CCM. What does the Twitch excel at in terms of shooting? What type of player is it for? Of course, skilled forward, quick release style shot, but it does give you a little bit in terms of ease of release. I found this is a 77 flex, but in like a 70, this thing is going to release very easily. And shooting, you don't need to put a whole lot into. It does give you the recoil. The challenge is that it's not improving shot speed like some stuff does when you really lean into it. In terms of release with the Twitch, the taper does seem to be longer, and it looks like they kind of brought it all the way up to here, which is kind of where the logo went. I think they were going for a kind of a mid-low, a little bit of ease of release for hand placement closer to the taper so that it is literally flexing right here. Cutting this stick down, probably not the most ideal thing to be doing unless you're using an intermediate and dropping the flex. Which is what I think a lot of people were struggling with in their reviews of the Twitch, because I use a full length Twitch Bauer, but a lot of people are cutting down, 3 or 4 inches, Tommy. And that's really changing how the release and kick point actually work. You can really feel it kind of kicking here, and the release is nice. It's smooth. It definitely is not quite the Agent in terms of recoil and power, but I like that the Twitch has that little bit of longer lag to it because you can really lean into it when you're doing it, and you get that kind of big, powerful release up close. I think this is the reason that the slappers don't feel as great as the agent, because the agent's stiffness profile across the board with the first Bauer Boron iteration gave you crazy stiffness and recoil, made the release a little bit more challenging, but man, did that thing ever shoot the puck. I think this was kind of a change where they wanted to ease the release a little bit, try and keep it as powerful as possible without having to ruin it, basically. So I think it's a nice blend of ease of release, power, hand placement, but it's not quite there in terms of the agent, but it hangs with the trigger, which is also the next kind of best releasing stick that you can kind of get. So release, definitely nice, 4.5 out of 5. Durability of any Boron stick, there's been 3 of them so far, is going to be suspect. However, this stick is not 345 grams, at least the one I had, you can see in my video. It was 365. I also played center with this for an entire 40 days, probably about 12 games. Shot a lot, as you can see in the on ice testing session here, and I haven't actually broken this. I broke agents and I broke protos. This, I think, is a nice blend. I love light sticks. So at the end of the day, this type of feel and weight and balance for me is excellent. But from a durability standpoint, usually these sticks don't last. Now, with that being said, I think it's going to be a slight improvement on both the Proto and the Agent because it is slightly heavier and the taper is slightly redesigned, slightly thicker. Is that going to change a whole lot? You know, you might get an extra 2 or 3 games out of it. However, when you're talking Agent Proto to Twitch, it's still a slight improvement. And again, you're paying for the performance, the feel, the 360 gram weight, etc. Your durability is very suspect. Please take that with a grain of salt. You're not buying this stick to go play crazy competitive hockey where your stick work, center, you know, crazy checking is just not going to last unless you're just getting these for free like Nasher. So my new stick tier list is brand new. We've retired the old sticks. If you ever want to pick one of those sticks up because they're on clearance, you know, you found some stock somewhere, by all means, check out my old stick tier list video. That retired with the LX Pro being the top stick, 18 out of 20. Just an overall excellent package the OG LX Pro bought. Now, we're going to try and develop the new 2025 stick tier list. So that way it's a little bit more relevant to the new stick releases. Of course, that will depend on the Patreon and how I'm doing with YouTube in terms of revenue, views, etc. So if you can, help out. So the tier list now is going to be 3-tiered. You can see it here, and it'll give you the ability to be like, what sticks should we just straight up avoid, you know, where we got the true durability issues, you know, or things like that, or are the sticks in a nice section where I'm just looking for something specific. So yes, the Twitch is 15 out of 20, which is very respectable, puts it just at the use if these features work for you style of tier, but it's not going to be the best stick you've ever used by any means, and kind of everything across the board is a jack of all trades. So lots of sticks to review. You can see on that stick tier list that I do have 4 sticks in the works to at least populate it to start. All of those are in testing, and as you guys know, I test things longer than just unboxing a Twitch that I get from Bauer, taking it on the ice, filming for 10 minutes, and then giving my review. I actually use my sticks for a considerable amount of time. So it's going to take some time to build that stick tier list, but it is coming. So the final thoughts on the Twitch are no X Factor. It doesn't bring anything above and beyond any other stick. However, with the nice weight at 360-ish grams, probably depending on which one you've gotten from where, you know, it's advertised at 345. Maybe we'll see if one pops up like that. At the end of the day, the stick doesn't have anything that it blows away the competition at, but it does have a nice total package of weight, nice release, decent shooting, and then just an overall package of great feel. Now, would I recommend this stick at $450? That's for you to decide based on this review. Thanks for watching, guys. Are you making fun of my box? This box took me an hour. Well, I don't just get them from Bauer. This is dope. Look at that. Twitch. It looks exactly like it. Yeah. Women.